The buttons on the commonly worn jacket are intended to bring China to mind. The sign for Scotland shows the Scots' common tartan plaid. This sign is related to the heritage of Australia as a place for England's undesirables. See how I hold an English undesirable with just 2 fingers, not wanting to dirty my hand too much. Then I circle the island and drop them off in Australia. The sign for Switzerland is represented by the large cross on its flag. The most common sign for Germany is a replication of the eagle on the German flag. However, you may also see Germany signed like this. Think of a German soldier's uniform at the turn of the century, which had a spike on top of the helmet. This is a modification of the sign for new and the letter Y for New York. Place the Y on your open palm and move it twice to indicate New York City and New York State. Outline the boot-shaped country using your thumb and index finger for Italy. You will also see the sign Italy. A Canadian Mountie shaking snow from the lapel of his overcoat is a sign for Canada. One sign you'll see for Mexico is based on the mustache often seen on Mexican men. Visualize the shawl of a Spanish señorita tied in front of you when you sign Spain. The sign for Japan shows the shape of the Japanese islands. The sign for Africa is represented by the face of the African continent. We remember America when we think of the logs at the corners of a log cabin. America. Can you picture a member of the English gentry posing for a portrait with one hand resting on top of the other? This is the sign for England. This motion of the letter F could be based on the first letter of France, the fleur-de-lis, or the handkerchief that members of the aristocracy carried. Take your pick. In remembrance of the potato famine, the sign for Ireland is the combination of the sign for nation and potato. Ireland. A tracing of the classic Greek nose with the letter G is a sign for Greece. The Russian dance is still a very recognizable characteristic in the sign for Russia. The sign for Egypt is based on the shape and angle of a pyramid. Indicating the beard of a Jewish rabbi is the sign for Israel. It's also the sign for Hebrew. The sign for India is based on the mark on the forehead worn by many Indians.